We are almost done. After this, we have a karting game to look at, and I'm also going to be briefly talking about the mobile game. Is LittleBigPlanet PS Vita an upgrade to the abysmal LittleBigPlanet PSP? Let's find out. LittleBigPlanet PS Vita is a puzzle platformer developed by three different studios: Double 11, Transier Studios, and XDev Studio Europe. It was announced in January 2011 along with the PlayStation Vita. Well, back then it was known as Next Generation Portable at E3 2011. It was released on September 19th, 2012 in Europe, September 20th in Japan and Australia, and September 25th for North America markets. Also, I'm talking about the game, not the system. And to be honest, this is by far the most ambitious LittleBigPlanet game due to it being on superior hardware, that of course being the Vita, which also goes into the unique touch control gameplay mechanic. But for this, I'm going to try and summarize each plot of each area in the games for the plot synopsis. I'm going to go over for the touch controls when I get to the gameplay. And trust me, these plots are very meaty, especially the last one. So, this is going to be one hell of a ride. Okay, first area, La Marioneta, or La Marioneta, where Sackboy arrives in Carnavalia. He sees circus tents. Basically, Sackboy sees circus tents. I can't say anything today. At first, he wants to go in, but then Colonel Flounder, which is the first character we meet in the entire game, shows up and warns him not to. They leave, and Flounder explains the situation with the puppeteer. He was once a happy entertainer, but after hearing the dreaded boo, "Welcome to my world," from his audience, he threw his puppets away and disappeared. Now he returned and is using the hollows to cause mischief throughout the land. Sackboy and the Colonel then arrive at La Marioneta, where he takes Sackboy the basic training he'll need to defeat the puppeteer. Next area, Land of Odd, or the Land of Odd, where we meet the soft-spoken Marianne, can't pronounce this name, Marianne. I'm just calling her by Noisette. And we get to fight the Hollows for the first time. The plot of this area is that Colonel Flounder has heard tales of trouble and strife downstream, so he and Sackboy hop onto his steamboat. I'm pretty sure Steamboat Willie will like to have a word with you, Colonel Flounder, and head downstream. Once they arrive, Noisette appears to be scared. Noisette appears and scares the Colonel off. She explains that the land was once a pile of unwanted things until Noisette started fixing it up. Wonder how that went. But now the Hollows are stealing things and taking them away for unknown reasons. Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat there. Sackboy leaps into action against them. Again, taking the page out of Super Mario this time. But just as he finished clearing out the Hollows, they take Noisette away. Third area, Jackpot City. I think I found the perfect place if any Devil May Cry DLC gets added into a new LittleBigPlanet game. Anyway, all jokes aside, it's there we meet Sean Braun the I Spies, ha 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 ha, very funny, and the Mega Brain. Plot of this area is that after Noisette is abducted, Sackboy is beamed into Braun's ship. What the? Anyway, Sean explains that there are many more ships like the one that took Noisette, and they all dumped their cargo into an old, disused factory in Jackpot City. The ship takes Sackboy and Co to Sean's lair, where he teaches him how to use the grappling hook, which makes a return from LittleBigPlanet too, which to be honest I quite like the grappling hook. It's really fun to use, especially if you're using it in co-op, which I'm pretty sure this game has. Anyway, sidetracked. After his training, Sackboy goes to the discard factory to find out what the puppeteer's plans is. It turns out that the Hollows are stealing joy from all over the Omniverse, including Craft World itself. That, of course, being the main world that the LittleBigPlanet universe takes place in. Only the Mega Brain will know exactly what's going on here, and it's been taken over by the Hollows. After Sackboy reboots the Mega Brain, it tells him that send Noisette's crate to the Spooky Mansion, and it gives both him and Sean crates that will take them directly there. Sean's, however, has a warning skull symbol on it. This can't be good. Fourth area, Coaster Valley. We're only one area away from the biggest plot synopsis that I will probably ever give in a video. So buckle up and hold on to your butts. It's there in Coaster Valley we meet the unbelievable Otis. Plot synopsis for this area is that as Sackboy and Braun were going to the Spooky Mansion, it creates Otis for some reason launch himself to the Sackboy's crate. Wait a minute. Am I reading this right? Because I feel like there was some sort of grammar issue with the Wikipedia article that I did quote. Anyways, causing him to fall except for Sean, who somehow thinks you say Yahoo just now. What the hell is going on? Sackboy ends up crashing to a trailer on a junkyard. He meets the unbelievable Otis, who tells that he's the leader of a daredevil team or something. I am scratching my head just by reading this. He notices the Sackboy needs to get to the Spooky Mansion with help with the double-barreled cannon. So, essentially Ash Williams' boomstick from Army of Darkness, but in cannon form. But he needs a few more parts. After getting things they need like scrap metal and a battery from the old Junkyard dog. Wait a minute, I'm pretty sure that Junkyard dog is robotic apparently. They have now created the cannon. Otis tells Carla Jean, Sean, John. I'm just calling this person Carla from now on. To launch them to the Spooky Mansion, as Otis forgets to tell her to start the cannon till he says 1 or 3, 2, 1, go. And they're now launches them to the clouds to Spooky Mansion, the home of the Hollows and the Puppeteer. Alright, buckle up, hold on to your butts, because it's time for the final area, and trust me, this one is the most meatiest one of them all. So, gonna try to summarize this as short as I can without making this video over 20 or even an hour long. Here we go! Spooky Mansion. We meet Mrs. Sunshine and at long last, the Puppeteer. Basically, final area, we do what we do, jump on the Hollows, which are apparently empty versions of Sack people. So essentially, if I'm reading this correctly, the puppeteers stole the Sack people's souls, making them the Hollows that we fight. So essentially, we are kind of committing mass genocide here. What is this game rated again? E10. This game is rated E10. Sure, why the hell not? Have Sackboy commit mass genocide. It's funny because it's made for kids. Do they really think I'm that stupid? Do they really think I'm that dumb? Anyways, We defeat the puppeteer. Our 7 main heroes leave the stage, and credit sequence rolls. But yeah, that is one big plot synopsis for the final area. Trust me, if I were to screenshot the script I made onto Twitter or Instagram, you all would see why I pretty much summed the final area plot as short as I did. But the plot feels very dark and very grim with the whole Halloween sack people thing. Seriously, what were those 3 studios thinking when making this? All because someone says boo to the puppeteer. Overall, the plot is actually enjoyable, apart from it being the darkest and the grimmest one of the series. At least it's better than LittleBigPlanet PSP's plot. Jesus Christ, I can never ever get over how bad that plot is. I already mentioned one unique feature of gameplay, so let's jump right into the gameplay of LBP PS Vita. The gameplay, much like the other games, remained the same, but due to the Vita having a special multi-touch feature on both the screen and the touch panel on the back, it makes for some rather unique and interesting puzzle solving. Overall, I like what these 3 studios did with the gameplay for LittleBigPlanet PS Vita. So, with that in mind, is this game good? Yes. Now this is how you do a portable LittleBigPlanet game. Though the only downside is that it might be close to near impossible to get a working and functional PS Vita due to the unfortunate discontinuation of this special handheld on March 31st, 2019. So if you're lucky enough, I say pick up a Vita. Maybe your local GameStop might have one for a fairly cheap price due to the discontinuation. But overall for LittleBigPlanet PS Vita, I am giving this a must-play score of 10 out of 10. Now I want to hear from you all. Have you played LittleBigPlanet PS Vita, and could you recommend it to a friend? Leave your answers in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are down below. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell to be notified of a new video. So, we only have LittleBigPlanet karting for the PS3 and Run Sackboy Run for mobile devices. Until then, I'll see you all next time. Take care.